What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the latest episode of Unplanned and Unashamed with Ray Money and Isaiah Pinnell. And we are back with another episode of Unplanned and Unashamed.
We back. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yep.
Happy New Year. I don't know if we're doing this next week. Or maybe we may be. I don't know. We're going to see.
This is our first Christmas episode.
What?
Yeah, our first Christmas episode.
This on Christmas Eve, man. You got all your presents?
We don't want the listeners don't have to know that.
What?
that it's Christmas Eve.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. The cat's out of the bag now, folks. We're recording on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we are. Hey, they need to know. Look, we doing this for y'all.
We're doing this for the eavesdroppers. That's who we're doing
Yeah,
it
man.
for.
You don't think they like to eavesdrop on Christmas Eve? That's when they really want the juicy story,
right?
You got all your.
I hope I got all of my Christmas stuff.
Man, we ain't put up a tree. We ain't got no presents. Man, it feel like the Grinch over here.
We haven't put up a tree well, we did put up like a little mini tree on account of our dog because we was afraid like he would knock ornaments off and try to eat the glass and stuff, and we didn't want him doing that.
I feel you.
We didn't want Russell doing that.
I got you. We ain't putting nothing, man. We've been moving, man. So it's still nothing boxes everywhere. So we're gonna have a Christmas box, a tree made out of boxes.
A tree made out of boxes, and you can just write Christmas ornament on each box.
Now we're gonna probably put up the tree and stuff tonight, and then 2 days later it's still gonna be up because we're gonna run it out to the rest of the. It's too soon to bring it back down now.
You're just gonna put one up tomorrow and then be like, we'll just leave it up all year.
Leave it till
the end of 2025.
No, not that long. Just to the end of 24. That's all. Put up the tree tonight. Take it down New Year's, cause we can't take it. Look, we done put too much work into it now.
I think you should leave it up just a tad bit longer.
How long you leave it up?
We usually wait till like right after New Year's. Like
right after New Year's?
Yeah. Maybe like a couple days after New Year's, we're taking it down. But since when did you say you put yours up? Or you haven't put one up yet?
This afternoon.
See, where it's Christmas Eve, I think you should keep your tree up a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah. See, this is the thing, man. You got everybody, when you first put your Christmas tree up, everybody's excited. Oh, but if you had it up for a month now, 3 weeks, all right.
Right. It loses its all.
It loses what?
It loses its, like, people don't get as excited.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be really excited because they didn't know we was going to put one up.
Like 3 weeks in, we're like, really, that Christmas tree's still up.
Hey, man. Is that the norm? I don't know. What's the normal? When do people put their Christmas tree? I've been seeing Christmas lights up for a long time now. And people generally leave their Christmas lights up well after Christmas. I can't say everybody does, but what is the standard? What's the start and when's the shut off time? I guess it's relevant based on the fair.
According to Moose, people used to put up Christmas trees on Christmas all the time because the 12 days of Christmas start on Christmas Day.
Oh, Moose dropped their facts. 12 days of Christmas start on Christmas. And people used to put them up on, okay, you got 12 days of Christmas. That's where the 12 days of Christmas come from. You get 12 days to get that tree up. And then when do you take the tree down?
I guess since the 12 days starts on Christmas Day, I guess people would leave the tree up for 12 days. Like they would start on Christmas, and then after 12 days, take it down.
Mm. Oh, they started on Christmas.
Yeah, like they put the tree up on Christmas, and then 12 days after that, I guess that's when they would take it down. I guess.
So it wasn't 12 days before Christmas, like the 12th.
I'm assuming since the 12 days started on
13th,
Christmas, January 5th. So the 12 days of Christmas started on Christmas Day. So then people would take it down on January 5th because that would be the 12th day.
Huh. Interesting.
Back in the olden days.
The olden days.
Back in the Little House on the Prairie days.
Now somebody keep their tree up year round.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind like leaving one up and like to the end of January, like instead of like right after New Year's, like keep it up like on the end of January.
You got you a Valentine's Day tree.
Right.
You gotta keep your tree up through spring break.
Yeah. Through summertime.
Yeah.
It needs to. It can be Christmas all year round. There you go.
You're right. I mean, some people be like, that's a like people say that's that's a pagan thing when people put the tree up. I'm like, all right, yeah, maybe, but it's just decoration now. I mean, if you believe in that,
right?
But that's how I feel.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind keeping it up a little bit longer because Christmas is my favorite holiday. So, like, at 23 years old, I still wake up on Christmas morning and get that like childlike feeling that like a 6-year-old kid does on Christmas Day, where it's like waking up early and you're all excited and you're like, oh,
Did you get a lot of presents for Christmas? Growing up?
Yeah, we usually got quite a few.
What's quite a few? Like, is there a number? I guess this thing. I guess I should ask you and Moose. Moose. Do you have brothers and sisters? Depends on if you have. I guess. Did you get a lot of gifts?
We didn't grow up rich or nothing. I mean, it was, your normal Christmas.
Relative.
Here's the question. Like, do you get like everything from, did you get everything from Santa Claus or did you get everything from your folks? Or is there a combination? That's
a good question. I'm trying to figure out when they stopped lying to me.
It was a combination for me.
Yeah. So it's like, here's what it's all about. Right. So like, I thought about this. I was like, very like, introspective as a child, I guess. But like I would always ask like, the kids that would get like dirt bikes for Christmas and I'd get socks and be like, well, damn, what'd I do?
Yeah.
So
you kind of on the nice list.
Yeah. So I guess I wasn't that great. So like
I'm at the bottom of the nice list.
Right. Yeah. It's like and these kids that were, like would get dirt bikes, they were real dickheads in life. And I was like, what in the world? So I knew I knew it was I knew it wasn't true, right?
Dirt bikes for Christmas equal dickheads.
Yeah, well, I mean, not really. Everybody with dirt bikes out there. I'm just painting it with a very wide brush, but I just figured it out, man. I was just like, man, I was like, this don't track, and so and then I started asking myself, I was like, well, hold on, like, well, why is Santa rich to some kids and Santa not rich to other kids? It's like, wait, I don't know.
Santa he got a favorites list. What you mean?
Yeah, he does.
You just started piecing it together.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I was Scooby Doo in that thing. It was, and then I was like one of the first kids in my class. I was one of the first kids in my class to be like, this isn't real. Like, this is crazy.
I was one of the first kids in my class.
I was like, logistically speaking, like there's 6 billion people in the world. It's like, how can he fly around the world in one night? Like, this is like, he's got to have some help, right?
That's what they told you the elves were there.
What's that? Say that again.
That's why they said elves. They had an excuse for everything.
Yeah, but like the elves were making the toys, not delivering them. That's what I was saying. Like, how can he deliver all the toys? Well, I mean, heck, it's a logistic problem just making them to begin with. But then how are you going to deliver them all in one night?
What company did you work? Have you ever worked for where you just did one job? Yeah, we got you making toys, but tonight we need you.
You're not. Those elves can't drive a sleigh.
We need you delivering. They got their own. They just don't talk about that.
We're ruining.
I mean, if that's what you can to prolong the magic, that's great.
Hey, look, you don't know. He defended it like, well, they can't.
I don't know, maybe.
Now, if we have any little kids listening to the show, we just spoiled Christmas.
No, I'm not spoiling. Look, if there's kids listening to the show, they got bigger problems.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Look, if you barely made it on the toy list, like like Moose, if you barely made it on the toy list like Moose, the elves delivered your toys. You didn't get Santa.
Yeah, I guess.
I
think a lot of parents these days are like trying to avoid this. So they're so all the big presents are like coming from them, and then Santa's just like, a handful of things.
He ain't getting no credit over here. My son is woke. He 4.
Santa will come to my parents give me my stuff. Like, I know.
He'll tell you too.
Now, who used to give you the socks and the underwear for Christmas, Moose? Was it your parents?
Santa. It varied. It varied, right? So I'll give you a funny story and how I really came to find out the magic of Santa Claus was just not really magic of Santa Claus. It was really my mom and dad's hard work. So I was with my mom and dad at my church, and we were putting up the Christmas tree at our church. Okay. Mm-hmm. And my mom and dad used to drive around this Oldsmobile station wagon. I mean, God, man, this is probably like 1986 or 87. And he was like, go to the back of the trunk and, get my whatever out. I don't even remember what it was. Well, I opened up the latch and there said a Nintendo. And I was like, oh, there it is. And so I shut it. I didn't say anything. And then Christmas morning, guess what? Guess what? Santa got me a Nintendo. And I was like, there it is. And I had it figured out. Well, I had it figured out anyway. But
you've been snooping.
I wasn't snooping. Like, my dad told me to go get something. He completely forgot that mom put it in there. Or mom put it in there, or whatever. It was one of the two. So that's how I found out there was no Santa Claus. But definitively, there was no Santa Claus. Do you guys remember when you found out there was no Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was snooping. I was like, man, ain't no way. Cause the other night, all the Christmas before, I would try to stay awake, just like Monkey.
Oh yeah, to snuff him out.
And I like, ain't no way they got to be already here.
Right.
And so I'm like, look, that's why it made me start looking. And they got to be in there somewhere. And so I found some in the closet. They put everything. Everybody had everything in the top of the closet. They put them up there. Yep. Found toys up in the top of the closet. That was it there.
How about you, Isaiah?
I was in 2nd grade when I found out. And all I did was ask my mom. And she was like, no, he ain't real.
She was tired of people.
She was like, this makes it easy. She's like, this makes it easy.
She just peeled off the Band-Aid right then and there. She's like, no, he ain't real.
Yeah, well, it's good on her for not lying to you.
Right, exactly. At least she was truthful.
So I guess that is the benchmark. It's like when kids ask, you just supposed to tell them so you don't lie to them? Or do you lie to them? I'm not a father, so I don't know any of this. Right? You're the only person with kids around. Like, how
I tell them.
Have you had to break the news to any of them yet?
Well, I broke it to all of them. Look, we were playing that Santa Claus stuff. Maybe with the first. Let me think. With them, the older ones. Let me think. We probably did because we were just following into the tradition of what everybody else did. But our youngest, a 4-year-old now, is like, nah, we not going for that. This came from all this. This came from daddy, mommy, hard work right here. This is tax money from earlier in the year.
It's a Trump stimulus.
Let me tell you
That's a
something.
Trump stimulus. That's what
Let me tell you, this came from stimulus checks. This came from saving.
This is COVID stimulus money.
You remember Daddy was gone for that week? I throw my hand back at all the stuff.
No doubt.
Yeah, nah, it ain't like that. But yeah, we broke it to him like, yeah, it's not. Because then you got a lot better everything else. Then it's like, nah. Let me tell you the thing my son said. He was little. He's a 4-year-old. He got a slick mouth too, and he's smart. He said, yeah, I know Santa not real, but don't you get money? I think we said, don't you get money under your pillow from the Tooth Fairy? He said, I'm gonna believe in the Tooth Fairy. I said, what? I said, nah, it don't work like that.
Yeah, Tooth Fairy brings cold hard cash. Santa just brings us bunk stuff.
We put toothpaste under your pillow. What are you talking about? You lose a tooth.
We're gonna put Crest in your tooth under your tooth pillow. Under your pillow.
Oh man, let's do it. Hey, I think that's what it is. It depends on how much you want somebody to get your credit. That's what. That's it. No.
How old do you let them get before you like tell them, "Hey, there's no Santa," or do you just let them like come up to you? And...
No, you take that passy right out there now. Let me tell you something. Santa not real. Because it's your first Christmas. You see all these lights and stuff.
My cousin was 13 and she still believed in Santa Claus.
That's cruel. What? That's cruel. Do not let your kid get to be 13 and continue lying. Don't let them be the last people in class to not know about Santa Claus. That would be my worst fear.
My cousin
being like, yes, he is. He is real. He came last year.
Okay.
And you're like a senior in high school. You're like,
right. You're like taking sex education and you're on your period and you're like, oh, I still believe in Santa.
I guess Santa gonna bring us some toiletries, some tampons. Let me tell you something. Hey, but that's the thing, though.
Santa saw you, bitch. Santa saw. That's terrible. Oh.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
That's your joke, man. You take that.
He sees you when you're awake.
Oh.
You just like
he sees when you're on your period.
Yeah, did Santa see all that?
He sees you, and he sees you when it comes late.
Oh God!
She done got pregnant.
She done lost her virginity, and she's still writing to Santa Claus.
I'm like, yo, this brother didn't have much game to give. He just tricked up with Santa gonna let you. That's hilarious.
That's too much, man. That's the Christmas episode. Santa, that's the power of Christmas right there.
Santa brought.
That's a Christmas miracle.
Santa brought Trojans.
And stocking stuffers.
Oh Lord.
Hey, it's not me. That's what he said. He said, it's not me. It's Santa. You stupid. Man, that's dope. But still, you got like, I guess it's probably hard to even that because I don't know what it depends on what age you get the kids get a cell phone now too, because you got a cell phone, you got access to, you got to know.
I mean, a quick Google search will tell you. You know,
how did the 13-year-old what year was she 13 and she found out? Like, was cell phones out?
It was like 20.
Say less.
you ain't got
2018. Wait, hold on. She was born in like 2007.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
That was the internet when she was conceived.
Exactly.
I mean,
they was probably on their phone.
I know that's your family, Isaiah, but dang, that is just mean as hell. Not telling your kid at 13 there's no Santa Claus. Being the last kid in class, like not knowing, like what? Like, how do you hold on to that?
Right. And my grandma was like, "Don't."
Or does she like just like not say, like when her people were talking about, they're like, "Did she define it?" She's like, "No, Santa Claus is real." So you're 13. And then you look like an idiot when you find out. You're like, "What in the world?"
I think
how'd that work?
But this is because it could work though, because everybody's telling the lie.
Well, my sister ruined it.
If you never looked it up and Santa Claus coming through the parade, you're like, wait a minute. And then you see a commercial with him. I guess he is real.
Right.
I mean, I've heard some parents tell some whoppers to their kids, like, "Oh, this is just the guy that's helping Santa Claus. It's just, this, that, and everything." It's like, man, just tell them kids that you gave them this Nintendo,
Right.
Because even strangers help. What is Santa Claus getting you this Christmas? And clearly, no strangers wouldn't lie to me about Santa Claus.
No.
But yeah, my grandma was the one that was like, "Don't tell her. Don't tell her." There's like, "Don't tell her."
That's pretty cool.
And then my sister ruined it for her. She's like, "He ain't real." And then my grandma was like, shut up. She still believes. And I was like, do you not see anything wrong with this picture?
Yeah.
Like, she has a cell phone and can Google anything in the world.
Yeah, that's that.
And it'd be worse if you're a guy, because at 13, that's when you start looking at, dirty stuff.
Dear Santa, please send me a premium Pornhub subscription.
What? Dear Santa, I like some women stuffed in those stockings.
That's the gift that keeps on giving right there.
Evidently.
You stuffed my stocking with some ass. That's fair. That's wild. I don't know, man. Christmas. Is there like New Year's? Are you going to the? Oh man, are they shooting?
New Year's shooters.
Oh, is that? Are we going to do that? Ray, are you doing that?
I think we should.
Oh no.
No, I think
Ray's closer than all of us in proximity.
I don't
know. I can find out some details.
I think we should reach out to them and see if we can recreate that scene with them in blazing saddles and have Ray like kind of poke his head around the corner and go, "Where are all the white women at?" And then just have them chase us. And then it just cuts. And it says Happy New Year.
I'm going to let you have that one. I'm going to let you have
tripping,
that
one. Isaiah. Hey, that is funny though.
No, I'm sure all those guys are great.
Well, that's been another episode of Unplanned and Unashamed, and it's our very first Christmas episode, like I said earlier. So, Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Unplanned and Unashamed podcast. If you like what you've heard, make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and follow. And we'll see you on the next episode.